why is this 4%? Goodness. Can't have nothing nice around here. This is cleaning. Shoving everything off camera so it looks like it's clean as cleaning, right? Oh, hello. Another draw with me, wow. Never would have imagined that my channel would just become draw with me's. Honestly, I don't even know what my channel has become. Like, what do I even post on this channel anymore? Because it's just been a bunch of random stuff. I don't even know. So, yeah. It has been forever since I've drawn in my sketchbook. Goodness gracious, let's draw today. I'm gonna draw some suggestions from my last, draw with me. Whoops. How did I drop that? Honestly, I don't freaking know how I dropped that. I don't entirely remember what people suggested. I do remember someone said PB, which is one of my characters, and Dead End was definitely one. I don't remember the rest of them, but I think I'm gonna draw Dead End, Seth, because they always need to be together, and PB and Jesse, because they're friends, or at least used to be. Gasp! God, my voice crack. I thought only dudes had that. I need an orange. Wait, orange? Orange! Oh, by the way, since the last time I did actually reorganize the colors. So, I'm happy now. This seems about right. Yeah. Bro, why do I keep dropping this thing? Wait, did I even say hello? My goodness. I don't think I did. Hello, my buddies, it's me, Pinkink. This was a very weird intro. Today, I'll be doing another draw with me because I have not been drawing that much, and I've only been drawing for videos, and outside of that, I haven't really been doing much. So yeah, I'm just gonna be drawing some of my Taylor Jesse characters and rambling about something that I'm not sure what I'm gonna be talking about yet. That was the weirdest sentence ever. Anyways, now on to voiceover Pinkink. Oh, hi. I don't know why I'm talking so deep. Apparently I like sounding disheveled. Disheveled. That's a funny word. I've already gone over this many times that I talk differently in my videos than I do in real life. Like, usually I start off talking deep in my videos and then I kind of forget. I guess I like get comfortable or something when I'm talking in my videos. Like, I start off talking like this and then I start like mellowing out throughout the video and then I start talking like this. And then at the very end of the video, I start talking like this again. It's like, hi, I'm Pinkink versus, hi, I'm Pinkink. I don't know if you can see a difference. Anywho, I don't need to continue talking about that because I feel like I've talked about that too many times. Anywho, I made a community post like a couple days ago, basically being like, hey yo, give me a topic to talk about in my next draw with me because I don't really want to just sit here for who knows how long talking about I don't even know what. And I was saying that whoever had the most likes on their comment, or if I just saw the comment multiple times, I would talk about it in my video. So this is the one that had the most likes. It's not that many because apparently recently the algorithm has been being mean to me, so isn't that fun? It's probably because I took a little break, but whatever. Anyways, the person was saying, maybe facts about yourself or your OCs. Why would you want to know things about me? Not in a ill, you're a creep kind of way. More of a, oh, you actually care enough about me to know things. I don't know, it's just weird that some people care of my existence. I don't know. But I'm gonna use this as a more general kind of question, their comment, because I could kind of talk about anything and it would be related to that. Because anything OC related, you could just take as like a little fun fact or something, and anything I just talk about is like a little experience that I've experienced. So I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of making this into a little loophole. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Basically, I'm just gonna get some of the comments from that community post and kind of answer some of that here. So kind of like a mini Q&A. Okay, this person asks, is there an animation studio you wish to get a job with in the future? I'm gonna answer that, I promise. Just, I want to say something random really quick. Sorry if I sound dead or like miserable. I'm not, I promise. It's just really late right now and I'm kind of tired, and also my family are sleeping, so I'm trying not to be that loud, even though I'm probably being really loud anyways because it's kind of like dead silent in my house right now. Anyways, back to the question. No, not really. I don't really have a dream animation studio I want to go to because I kind of just want to make my own. Yeah, I guess it would be cool to work for some other company. I don't really care though. The only reason why I may work for someone else is for like experience, just so I can know kind of the gist of how to do these things. But other than that, I kind of just want to do my own thing. I don't know, because I always have some sort of like mini plan for my life. Nothing in great detail, but kind of like, oh, I want to do this and that, you know. And of course it's changed over the past like few years. But currently, I kind of just want to grow my channel and kind of get my name out there. So instead of being like, who's Pinkink, it's like, oh wait, I think I've heard of that person kind of thing. So I can hopefully get animators and voice actors and all this extra stuff to make my own show, you know? And of course that will take money to make, but hopefully I'll have enough money for that. But in the meantime, I kind of just want to hone my skills, not only just drawing but like storytelling and just writing in general, because you can have like wonderful characters but the plot and story really suck. So I think for me, the plot and the world building kind of suck for me right now because I get distracted a lot, and it also doesn't help that I don't really write down most of my ideas because I'm an artist first, then storyteller second, and just typing, writing, reading just bore me. Anyways, I hope you like that elongated answer. Elongated, that's another funny word. I keep saying elongated, and the more I say it, the more it doesn't sound like a word. Anyways, that same person asks, what art supplies are your favorite and which ones do you dislike the most? So I would say art supply if we're talking traditional art, not digital, because I don't think that's what you mean by that. I really like markers. I don't know. I've always used markers, so I don't know. Markers. And then for the hating art supply, my go-to was always saying crayons. I don't know. Crayons. Why? They always break. They feel like I'm using a candle to draw. I don't know. But my hate for them has gone down. It's more of a I don't really like it instead of a I'm going to burn it, because I realize that's a really weird thing to have a strong passionate dislike about. So yeah. Also pastels, like the art supply pastels, they're just really messy. They're fine, it's just messy. Anywho, on to the next comment. This person said, I think it could be pretty cool if you can explain how you manage to create your OCs and stories. As an artist myself, I always find myself lost when it comes to creating a story or an OC. But your channel really inspired me about the situation, and I'm so glad for that. Oh, thank you, buddy. Don't mind me trying to read and failing, but whatever. Okay, so the creating stories part, it either goes one of two ways. There's the, oh, this would be a great idea for a story. Like, for example, I have this story called The Boy and the Ghost. I saw this one drawing on, I think it was Pinterest, and it was of this boy who had these kind of what seeming to be weird looking ghosts surrounding him, and this character had like blue hair or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to have a story about ghosts and this blue-haired boy or something. So it started off with the idea, and then the character designs and the stories come later. That doesn't happen too often for me because, as I said, I am an artist first, storyteller second. Anyways, the second thing that actually mostly happens is I create a character and then create a story around that character. For example, the pop-ups. I created Eddie, and I was like, oh, this is actually a pretty cool character. And then a couple of days later, I created another character and I named him Zeke. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these two characters have very similar color palettes. They should be in the same universe. And when I'm not busy drawing, because I always draw, so the only time I'm not drawing is really when I go to sleep. So that's when I give my brain a chance to kind of think about my characters and what they would do. So one of those nights when I just created Zeke and Eddie, I was kind of thinking of scenarios. I'm like, okay, Eddie seems to be this more lazy type, and then Zeke this more hyper type, you know? And then in my mind, I created this third character, which was a vampire, but I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know his name. I'm like, there should be a third character. And that's kind of when my brain starts going. By the way, I did not get Cole's character design good at the first time. It took a very long time, but I eventually got there. Because for me, how I make up things is I just imagine my characters in certain scenarios. Because for the pop-ups, I'm like, okay, they're all monsters, and I kind of made up that they're afraid of humans or more of just cautious. So I'm like, okay, what if they went to the city? Like, either they were taken there or they went there by their free will. Like, what would happen? So it's kind of things like that, you know? And then how I create my characters, oh man, I don't know how to answer that because that kind of comes easy for me, but I know it doesn't come easy for everyone. Just like writing, like literally sitting down typing out something doesn't come easy to me, but it probably comes easy to a lot of you. Not all of you, because I know some of you are like me. Anyways, but it depends on the purpose of this character's existence. Like, why do you want to make a character? Is it just for the fun of it, or does it have a purpose? Because a lot of my characters are actually just made for fun. No purpose in mind until I give them one. Like, the pop-ups, I made them on accident. Dove, I made on accident. Who else I made on accident? Dead End and Seth, I made on accident. There are very few that I made with a purpose with a person. That's funny. But Jack, for example, I made him on purpose. I made the reason for him to exist, then I designed him. Like, oh wow, okay, I shouldn't say that. I was about to spoil something, which I've already said it in a video, but that video is no longer up, so I'm just gonna not say it. But basically, I made him with already knowing what is going to happen to him before even designing him. And then another one, like the Three Kings or whatever. I haven't shown you guys their designs yet, but I have made them in my head, but I have yet to draw them. So when I draw them, they're already being drawn with a purpose. I feel like I'm talking weird. I just said with a purpose weird in my head. I don't know. I think it's just me. I think I'm just tired. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, like, kind of have a purpose for your character, and the purpose might even just making a character for fun, or just making a cool character. And it's really subjective. It's like, what do you think is cool, you know? Like, what's hard about making the character? Is it just not up to your standards? Do you not like it? Because for a lot of my characters, it's just a bunch of things that I like Sylvester, for example. I just really like him and put a lot of things that I personally like tea, for example. I like tea, so I made him like tea, you know? And also, I just really like pink, so I gave him, like, this hot pink color, and also just the main characters of the Tale of Jessie, like, just this hot pink, because I feel like it's fun. And you can also just incorporate, like, other character design features that you like from other artists into your own characters. Like, for example, my character Eddie is, like, I think the only one who has, like, a literal triangle-ish shaped nose. Like, all of my other characters have, like, basically normal noses except for Eddie. It's because at the time there was this one artist that I really liked their art, and they used a lot of more shapes for noses instead of, like, I guess the normal way to draw noses. So I incorporated that into my character Eddie. So yeah, you can even take into account, like, art styles as in, like, inspiration for your characters. Wow, I'm stumbling on my words a lot. Sorry about that. Like, for example, I don't know if some of you guys watched Lavender Town. I watch her on and off, I don't know. But at least since the last time I watched her videos, she does a lot of crazy things with the character's eyes, you know? So you can even play around with the different types of eyes the character has, or just pupils, and it's like endless possibilities, you know? Like, there's literally an endless supply of ideas. Like, you may think that it was like, wow, I've made so many characters, like, I can't possibly make any more. You can make 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 more. There's so many things, like a sailor OC, or like a cowboy one, or like literally a pencil character. It's endless. Oh, and speaking of cowboys, I want to make a cowboy AU of the Tale of Jessie. That's been in my head for a while, because I drew Sylvester as a cowboy one time, and I'm like, oh my god, this needs to be a thing. But I just want to make content about the normal story before I go off into this whole other different thing. So for right now, the cowboy AU is still in my head. Anyways, that was random. But yeah, I hope that answer was okay. And if you guys have, like, at least the people that I've answered their questions, if I didn't really answer it, or if I misunderstood the question, feel free to kind of ask me again in a different way, and I'll try to answer you in the comments. Okay, next one. Oh, this is a short and sweet one. I like it. Okay, they say, maybe you could talk about your current favorite show / movies or book series if you read. If I read, that's funny. Favorite show. I don't really watch anything. I just watch YouTube. Well, I guess shows could be ones with plots, or just, like, not plots. I don't really know how to explain it. But there's this one show. I'm not gonna say what it is, like, the name of it. Oh, and by the way, I don't really have a favorite show. These are just kind of ones that, like, I watch on and off almost never, but whatever. But anyways, it's about, like, surgeries and stuff, because it's basically like the patient got a surgery for something and they got messed up, so then they're not coming back, but, like, they're going to these people to kind of get fixed. And it's interesting, and it's kind of funny to me, because today I watched it and they were opening up this, like, one person. I'm trying not to say in great detail for some of you guys, because that's kind of weird, but my parents plus my brother were like, ugh, and I'm just like, because, like, I don't even know why they were being disgusted, because it was blurred out a little bit. Like, it's not even that bad. I don't know, just humans mentally and just actually are so interesting to me. I don't know, it's crazy, because, like, when they open them up, you expect it to be red, but, like, there is yellow, and I think that's, like, the fat. I don't really know, but it's just interesting. I'm gonna stop talking about it, because I know some of you guys might not like it, which is, it's understandable. I'm trying to think if there's any other shows. I can't think of for movies, and for books, Girl, I don't read. I have books, but I never look in them. There's this other show that I think was literally just called Cops. It's just about cops catching people. It's as simple as that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch shows because I always feel guilty. I'm like, you should be doing something and then instead of sitting on the couch. So I end up just not watching anything. Anywho, this is the last person. Hey yo, it's PBJ Sandwich. I also love that you just put those emojis. Like, I would love to do that with like a heart and a brain. Not like a I love you heart, like a human heart or something. But I feel like that'd be kind of weird. Out of context. Like, not out of context. I'm getting distracted, oh my god. Anyways, this is what they ask. What inspired you to make the Tale of Jessie? So that one little sliver of you guys watching that maybe this is the first time you're watching one of my videos. The Tale of Jessie is an original story I made, which basically consists of a bunch of clowns, jesters, and mimes, so yeah. Anyways, so funny enough, I actually got inspired by drawing with waffles. If for some reason you don't know who Drawing with Waffle is, Waffle with Waffles, oh my god, get it right. It's this art YouTuber that draws. What a surprise. And man, that she's like one of the YouTubers that I just watched during like my early days of drawing. Oh my gosh, I miss her content. She is the reason why I even know about Copic markers, okay? She is what got me into art, like the art world in the sense. Like, not got me into it, but like kind of introduced me to what is art, what is art style. So I was watching her videos, and in this one video she was painting I think it was on a wooden like canvas, and she was painting a clown. And you know, if you watch her content, she does like little thumbnails, and she had like a bunch of little tiny little jesters, or I think they're clowns. Yeah, they were clowns. And it occurred to me that like all those little tiny little guys, like they were all different, and there's so many different possibilities that you can just make with a clown. And I'm like, oh wait, what if I made like a whole universe of different characters, but they're all clowns? So I kind of ran with that idea. I kind of expanded from just clowns to like just jesters and mimes and just pretty much anything entertainer related. And surprisingly, the first entertainer, it isn't even a character that exists in the story. It's probably just a background character at this point. They don't even have a name, and I don't feel like finding a picture of this character because I drew them like once. Quick interruption, because while I was filming, something kind of interesting happened. Oh, I see it. Oh my god. Okay, it's in the bag. If you freaking come out. Oh, I need to kill it. I need to kill it with a ruler. Oh, I don't want to kill it. I don't want to kill it. Ugh. Oh, if I don't kill it, it's gonna come out. What do I do? Okay, I'll just leave my clothes on top of it. Okay, my hamper. I don't think it smushed it, but it won't. Oh my god, it's still moving. Wait. Oh man, it's disgusting. I'll just. Why is it still alive? Ugh, I hate cockroaches. Let me just forget about that. So yeah, that unlocked a new fear in me. Because, cockroaches, I hate them. We usually kill them with, like, the cleaning alcohol, but I didn't have any at the time, so I'm like, oh no. So later when my father got home, I told him about the cockroach, and he went upstairs to go kill it, but it wasn't there, so I don't know where it is now, so isn't that wonderful? Hopefully it's gone. It's actually just probably in my closet, just vibing. That's why I don't, that's part of the reason why I don't like cleaning, because you never know what little creatures you'll find. Anyways, let me go back to what I was talking about before. So yeah, I think this There's one character that you guys have seen that like was one of the early characters. I'm calling him Big Silly right now because he's big and silly. Isn't that wonderful? I think he was probably the 3rd or 4th character I made for that story. The 3 other ones are no longer relevant, so yeah. Because I was more of doodling character designs than making them with a purpose. It was more of a, oh, let me draw it and see if I can fit it into the story. I'm trying to think of out of the main characters in the sense of like the important ones, who did I make first? Oh wait, hold that thought. I think I just found like the early characters for the Tale of Jessie. Let me show you guys. So we got this girly. I don't know her name. All I remember is that like I was thinking something with like voodoo stuff. I don't know. And then we have this character, and I'm just now remembering. I think her name was Midnight or something. Yeah, it was Midnight, or maybe Dusk or Dawn. I don't remember. I get those two confused. And then we got the original drawing of Big Silly. I literally drew him like one time. And then I was looking through my old photos and then found that drawing. And I'm like, oh, I should draw him again. So then, bam, we got Big Silly, but my art style changed. Because I came up with the story in 2020 of March. Yeah, the only reason why I know that is because I took pictures of my drawings and it was in 2020 of March, so yippee. Okay, going back to what I was saying before, I want to say I think Dead End is the first one out of the important characters I made. What I consider the important characters are the more relevant ones, like the main characters, the main antagonists, and then like Sino and Percy or something. Oh, and speaking of Dead End, I'm drawing him right now. Yippee. Oh, and if you're curious, here's the original picture of like the first drawing of Dead End. This is like I designed him with his outfit, like his what's it called, quote unquote work outfit, and then later on I kind of made him without the outfit, and he actually didn't have ears at the beginning. Like I don't know if he could hear. Like, look at this. The first design of his outfit and then the current design. Isn't that cool? I swear, the more I draw my characters, the less skinny they get. Oh, and fun little fact. On my channel right now, I actually have a video up of me actually talking about Dead End for the first time. Like, it's an older video, so I'm not gonna link it. If you really want to watch it, you have to look for it. Because that was 2 years ago, and I kind of cringe at myself because I don't know, that's such a stereotypical thing to say. It's like, oh, don't watch my old videos, it's so cringe, like as if now I'm any better. But I don't know, maybe I'll sound different, or I just sound the same. I don't know. It's also just interesting to hear what I first thought about Dead End. I don't even remember if he had a name at the time. I don't know. I don't think little old me thought that it was gonna turn into this big thing. And by the way, that video is not in the Tale of Jessie playlist because I don't want people watching it. But if you really want to, I guess I'll give you a little bit of help. This is what the thumbnail looks like. I'm only showing it to you because I happen to know where it is. Otherwise I wouldn't. I also think it's funny that on the thumbnail it's like, digital art? Huh? You know, kind of like, okay. But I do think at the time I did more traditional art and more speed paints traditionally than digital, so I think that's kind of what it is. Oh, and in the drawing on screen, I actually drew Dead End's hair down instead of in a ponytail today. Because I remember a while ago someone asked, like, why doesn't Dead End wear his hair down? You simp. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to draw it down for that, like, one person. And a lot of you guys might also appreciate that. And also, his ponytail was just giving me a hard time anyways, so I'm like, let's just do it down today. And then this is me contemplating whether I should give him a shirt or not. Just writing to myself, like, shirt on or off? Because I was gonna give him, like, a shirt and stuff because, you know, I was just trying to draw today. But then I was like, I drew his body in a certain way that I could get away with not drawing a shirt. So I wasn't sure what to do. I can't help myself. So yeah, if you don't want to for some reason not see Dead End without a shirt on, you might not want to continue watching. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the questions. Anyways, okay, this same person asked, will you have merch in the future? Keychains, stickers? That is something I am working on. I make no promises though, and I have no idea when it will happen, but it is in the works, and that's all I'll say. Is there going to be a spin-off based on the Tale of Jessie? No. Currently, no. I don't know if you count the Cowboy AU I'm thinking about, but that's not really canon. It's just, I just feel like it. Because currently, I see no reason to do that. Because before I think about these spin-offs and stuff, I want to focus
on the normal story instead of getting distracted. Like, if there was a spin-off, what would it even be about? Like, what are even spin-offs again? Wait, Fiona and Cake is a spin-off show of Adventure Time. So is it like an alternate universe? I don't. Oh my god, what is that? Anyways, the straight up answer is for now, no, because I see no reason to. I want to focus on the main story, so yippee. I like how in this footage I just haven't cut just me drawing Deden's muscles. Yeah, I'm literally just doing that so the very few people who are actually just watching the screen, or not even actually, just for those of you who don't know how to draw these kinds of things, and if you want help, because I'm not good at tutorials. I am very much I observe people, don't tell me, let me watch you kind of thing. So if you want a tutorial, this is probably the best thing you're gonna get. It's like, you want to know how to draw like me, don't ask me that, just watch what I do. You watch my videos, don't you? Anyways, the last question PBJ Sandwich asks, oh, it's a simple one. What is your favorite food? That's hard. I feel like I don't really have favorite anything. Like, what's your favorite car? What's your favorite, oh god, what's your favorite toy? What's your favorite this? I'm like, I don't have favorites. I have things I really like, but like, that's kind of it. I feel like I don't really have strong opinions on things. It's more of like, oh yeah, I kind of agree on that, or I kind of don't like that, but it's not straight up, I hate that, I love that kind of thing. I don't know, I don't really care. Because my little sister is like, why do you love collecting pins? Why do you love collecting things? Why do you love checkered patterns so much? Why do you love casinos so much? And I'm just like, I don't love them that much, I just really like them, but I don't really care. I don't love any of these things, I just like it. And then she asks me, why do I love them? I'm like, I don't know, I just do. Anyways, I'm gonna actually answer your question now. So, like I said, I don't really have favorites, but I do like Chipotle. It's good. And then, like, sandwiches with this puffier bread. I don't really know what the bread's called. We just call it puffy bread at my house. Because it's puffy and it's bread. So yeah, oh, speaking of bread, so you know the bread tags that kind of like close the bread so like ants don't get in it? I have started collecting those. I have a small little collection of bread tags, and I painted one the other day, kind of like welcome home themed. If you don't know what welcome home is, it's like this website thing, and it's pretty cool. So I painted one side kind of like the Wally Darling colors, or kind of more of just the welcome home colors, the red, orange, yellow, and blue. And then on the other side, I painted it black and I put googlias on it, kind of like Wally's eyes or something, so hehe. I feel like all of my videos have just different energies. This is super random, but it's like, today I'm feeling a little lazy, so I'm kind of not really editing this video a lot, because I just don't feel like it. And I'm kind of just talking about semi-random things again. And I know you guys just mostly watch my videos kind of in the background while you're doing something else, so you guys are chill with it and have said you liked my rambles, so I'm like, okay. Anywho, I want to quickly talk about the shorts I've been posting recently, because you guys are freaking out. I'm sorry, buddies, I had to do that to you, but you know, it's kind of funny. I'm assuming I'm posting this on a Saturday, like this video, so all the shorts that I have made are kind of over tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna post anything unless I make a new short last second, but at the time of making this, I don't have any more shorts. But y'all saying the lore is crazy, and I'm like, dude, are you not aware that the majority of my story is like this? Because in reality, the Tale of Jessie is not made for everyone. If I were to make this a thing, it would most likely be PG-13 to 14. It's not for little kids, because it does deal with certain topics, you know? But posting on my channel, I'm trying to PG-ify the things I can. Because the only characters, it's mostly like characters and scenes that aren't wonderful. The only characters that are okay are like Jessie and a little, like, and kind of Seth, yeah. Oh, and I guess Pierre's okay. But Deren, Sylvester, Sino, Percy, Jack, no. And also, I feel like it's kind of funny that a lot of you guys like Deren, and then I posted the shorts, and you're like, what the heck? He's so mean. Pinkink, you're so mean. And I'm just like, bro, I don't understand why you liked him in the first place. Like, he's a murderer. But hey, I also like Dead End. He's gonna get redeemed, okay? There's a whole story, okay? There's a bunch of things you guys don't even know. There's a bunch of freaking things you guys don't know, so it's gonna be okay. Because I just talked to my friend here and there, and I talked to her about, like, making YouTube things, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that because they don't know about this yet. And then she's like, oh yeah, they don't know about this thing yet, do they? And she's like, oh man, I feel so special. And I'm like, oh my god. Because I kind of just want to wait for the perfect-ish moments, because you guys don't even know what the kings look like, and for the most part, I don't really know what they look like either. But, like, I don't have their final designs. I have vaguely what they look like. Oh, and at the time of me making this, I haven't posted the short where I basically reveal that Sylvester isn't actually dead. Because I hate in media when people kill off your favorite character and they're like dead. And I'm like, no, why would you do that? So I killed Sylvester, but, like, I didn't kill him at the same time because bro has issues to the point where he's just, like, immortal. Okay, he's not immortal, but he's weird. Because I would never, ever kill a character that I really like. I don't really kill off my characters, period, unless I make them for the purpose of being killed off. But I'm not really that kind of writer that kills off my characters. I just keep them alive just to traumatize them. And even the characters I do kill, like, I don't really give the viewers a chance to get to know them before they die, so the viewers typically don't have a chance to connect with them. Like, this is kind of an out there example, but so I have a character named Chester, and in the story the mom dies, but, like, you don't really get to see the mom, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I currently don't know what your reactions are to the one I posted about Sylvester not being dead, so I don't know, but so far you guys have been yelling at me about me killing Sylvester, so yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyways, we got one more comment. I thought the last one was the last one, but I actually have another one. What made you pick the name Pinkink? I don't know. Like, I don't know how I picked out that name, but I do remember one time I went on the phone with my cousin, and I remember I was telling her that I wanted to make a YouTube channel and I wasn't sure what to call it. And I don't remember who said this, but we basically were like, oh, it should be something that I like, maybe something with pink in it or something. I don't really remember some of the options we came up with. I think one was like Pink Rose? I don't know. But I eventually settled on Pinkink because we both felt like it sounded pretty cool. Like, Pinkink, it rhymes, it's fun. Oh, and I do remember this one other thing. I remember quite a good amount of time before that, I was thinking about making a YouTube channel, but I wasn't sure. And I came up with the name Reaper Z because apparently I was so cool. And then I went to look it up and someone already had that name, so I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. And then for Pinkink, there are quite a few people who already have that, but I used Pinkink anyways. And plus, the people who had the name Pinkink either didn't have many subscribers or it wasn't Pinkink, it was Pinkink and something else, you know? And also in the beginning, my persona Pinkink wasn't even named Pinkink. I don't really remember what her name was gonna be. I think it was like, oh, what was it? I want to say Anya, but it was definitely not that. It was basically a name that was very similar to mine, but it wasn't my name. But over time, I kind of forgot, and then it just became Pinkink. Because doesn't that make more sense? I don't know why I wanted to give Pinkink a different name. Well, I hope that kind of answered that, because I don't really remember why I picked the name Pinkink. I kind of just did. What fandoms are you in, and what's your favorite art medium? So I feel like I never really know how do you know when you're in a fandom? Like, is it because you make fan art, or is it because you just watch a lot of videos about it, or is it because you buy merch of it? Like, what makes you consider that, oh yeah, I'm in this fandom? I don't really know. Well, I'm just gonna say what I feel like, even though I'm not really sure. I feel like that didn't make much sense. It's the end of the day right now, and I'm really tired, and I can't think straight. Okay, so one, I want to say Welcome Home, because I drew art for it. I watched quite a few things on it, and I even had a dream, and I accidentally made my own Welcome Home, character in my dream. And I even made an animation of Wally, which I almost never make animations of characters that aren't my own. Oh, and another one was Cuphead. That was one for a while. That's actually one of the things that inspired two of my stories. One story called The Deck, and then one you all know and love, The Tale of Jessie. It didn't inspire me to make it. It was more of, I had that kind of project in mind. I was gonna say story, but Cuphead is more of a game. I kind of put the casino theme into that, so yeah. So yeah, I have a King Dice plushie, and I have stickers, and I have a little notebook, and I have the game, and I watched this like 4-hour video comic of like, I think it was, I don't remember what it was called, like Casino Cups, like this spin-off thing. I really liked it. Oh, and this other one, Boobo. Yeah, it's like an indie animation. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, and Atlas and the Stars. I have merch, and I've done fan art. I've posted a reel of that on Instagram. I feel like you're making me think about that question, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh wait, there are actually quite a few things that I like. Lackadaisy and the Amazing Digital Circus are one too. I'm only counting them because I have shirts of both of those things. And Steven Universe is 100,000% one of them. That consumed my whole life for like 2 to 3 years. I also want to say Dead Plate, but like I wasn't really too into it. That was more my cousin. I kind of just lingered around, saw the story, saw animation memes, and that was kind of it. I can't think of anything else. I bet editing me will yell at myself being like, there was this one thing you didn't say, but right now I can't remember anything. And then they asked the whole like, what's my favorite art medium? Like I said earlier, I really like markers and just pencil and paper, you know, and I like using pen from time to time, you know, so I kind of just use pencil, sketch, and then line art, and then markers, and then color pencils and gel pens. Oh, and paint markers as well. And then their last question is, how long have you been drawing for and have had your OCs? So the generic answer is, I've been drawing since I can hold a pencil, you know. But when I started taking drawing seriously was the very beginning of 2020, very end of 2019. So what I'm trying to say is after Christmas in 2019. And for the OCs thing, dude, I haven't created all my children in 1 year. Oh gosh, I have too many characters. I don't even know how to answer that question. Because the first year of me even starting to draw, I made the characters for Amy's Adventure into the Unknown. And then I think the next year I made the story, the deck. And then all the other stories are a blur. I made The Tale of Jessie in 2022. And then I made the pop-ups in 2023, because I pretty much started creating characters ever since I could draw. So even before I started taking like my drawing seriously, I had characters, but like they didn't really have names, and I didn't call them my characters or my OCs, because it didn't occur to me that like I made it. It was more of a, these little guys exist, I draw them sometimes, and if I don't draw them ever again, that's okay too. I probably forgot about them or something. So I remember there was this weird like story I made. I don't really remember what it was called. I want to say like the Cool Kids Land or Cool Kids Island or something. I think I was like 9. The characters were just a mix of like probably 2 already existing characters I knew, and sometimes I literally stole, I don't remember her name, but like that ghost girl from the Amazing World of Gumball. You thought I was gonna say the Amazing Digital Circus, didn't you? But I took her, I don't remember her name, and I literally just shoved her in the story. I don't know what was going on. But I think the plot of that was that there was like 2 islands or lands or something. I think they were like floating clouds or something. There was one, the Cool Kids Island, and then like the not cool kids or something. So the main characters were the not cool kids, and it was like, oh, we have to go on this big journey to be cool. And I'm like, what the heck? Oh, you know what? That was not the first story I made up. The first one I made up was in 1st grade. I used to doodle like these little creatures or something. They're kind of snake/bird looking like. The head looked slightly like a bird/toucan, and the body was very snake-like. And oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain the story. There was these 2 parents that had already had a child, and then they had another child, and it was basically kind of like how Pokemon, how like you can evolve your Pokemon, but the children could evolve into bigger forms of themselves. And then the sibling who was there before the baby wait, what am I talking about? Basically, the older sibling, the parents had a baby, and as soon as the babies were born, they evolved, and then the sibling was jealous because they're like, bro, I've been alive longer than you, what the heck, you know? So then the baby the sibling apparently got depressed. I didn't know it was depression, but it seems like it looking back. And like the older sibling, I apparently they had some sort of color and their color was fading, and so the parents went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, if the color fades all the way, your child's gonna die. So then the parents went on this quest to find all these orbs or something to find the medicine. I don't really understand. And I never finished that story, so haha. Man, first grade were some weird times. I was also a very emotional kid. I would cry over everything. I remember I was in the bathroom stall, and then like I had to go with a buddy, which was a dude, which I'm not sure why they sent me with a dude, because like he couldn't go in the girls' bathroom. Anyways, and there was a cockroach in my stall, and then I screamed so loud and started crying that my friend thought I literally broke my leg. And then I come out the bathroom and he's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, there's a cockroach in there. And this was like 7-year-old me, and then I just went back into the class. I hate cockroaches, I don't know if you could tell. Anywho, these are the final drawings of this video. So we got Jesse and PB, the little guys. Jesse's a jester and PB is a clown. And then we got Dead End and Seth, because sure. And I made a little Seth sticker because I can. Some of you guys were drawing or possibly doing something else while watching this video, and I'm kind of curious on what you guys were doing. So please let me know, and goodbye. Oh, it's the end of this video. What time is it? It's 11:10 p.m. and my brother's in here. Hi, say something. Why do you... What the heck? Why do you sound like that? Okay, come over here. Say something normal, okay? Hurry up.
Hi.
No, your breath is horrible. Get away.
FYI, I'm actually a normal person. I just act weird for no reason.
Oh, and that one short, when you said like man boob... No, I said man boobs. People said that you sounded like me, but a boy. What do you have to say about that?
I actually don't know what to say.
Okay.